It's midday right here in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to Lunchtime Politics, where we'll bring you up to speed with big happenings in the polity. And in politics, let's get to the headlines. Gunmen launched deadly attack at a local government vigilante outfit, killing an operative of the State Intelligence Service of the police in Ahoada East local government area of Rivers State. And Brazilian Vice President Mr. Geraldo Alckmin visits Nigeria for a strategic dialogue mechanism meeting between both countries across sectors. Welcome again to the program. A couple of things to binge through in the politics. Let's begin with a tension that has engulfed Ahoada East local government area of Rivers State after late night attack when a group of unidentified gunmen launched a deadly assault on a local office of the Onelga Security Peace Advisory Committee known as OSPAC Vigilante Outfit, killing an operative of the State Intelligence Service in the process. The attack, which occurred just behind the council secretariat in Ahoada town, sent shockwaves through the community. Residents reported hearing a barrage of gunshots around 9 p.m., prompting panic and forcing many to flee indoors for safety. The victim, identified as Corporal Friday Francis, an operative of the Special Intervention Squad, was reportedly caught in the crossfire and fatally shot near the perimeter of the secretariat. His death has sparked outrage and deepened fears about the deteriorating security situation in parts of the LGA. The police authorities are now on a manhunt for the perpetrators as directed by the Commissioner of Police in the state, CP Lugbenga Adepoju. Let's bring in our correspondent Charles Oporum, who is right there now, Ahoada East, bringing us up to speed. But before that, let's take a listen to the CP.
Know what is ahead of us. We have to be at alert, and we have to be ready for things that are ahead. You know, no one can kill one of us and go away with it. Cultism is something that we have to ensure that does not exist as much as we can. And since it's like this, we are going all out for them. Those that perpetrated that act, the Icelander cult leader must be fished out, and they must pay for what they have done. The law will take its course. The hospital are also come to attack without informing the police, and also injured will be questioned and they will have a story to tell. So you people should learn to protect yourself, secure yourself. You know we're in a very difficult terrain, and you shouldn't allow these cultists to continue to embarrass the police. Are we all ready to protect ourselves? Yes, sir. Yes, well, we are protecting others. So you must fish out these hoodlums. And equally, you are all aware that the CSO and the Chief of Staff of the local government here attacked their principal, who is the sole administrator. We are on their trail. We have given them time to report themselves, since they are staff there to express themselves and know what actually transpired. There are also videos going around of what they have done. After which they refuse, we will have no choice than to declare them wanted. But while we are doing that, ensure you are out to get them. We are doing everything we can electronically to ensure we get them.
Let's now bring in our correspondent, Charles Oporum. I spoke to you yesterday, Charles, and I didn't know we were going to be talking yet again. Are we ever going to get out of the trenches as far as insecurity is concerned in Rivers State? A policeman has now been killed. So help us, what really happened? Was it targeted? Was it caught in a crossfire? Who is responsible for this?
All right, Jeff, good afternoon. I'm standing here directly within the premises of the OSPAC facility. OSPAC, of course, is the Onelga Security Planning Advisory Committee. It's the local vigilante. Yes, you are correct in pointing out that one policeman lost his life, but also an OSPAC operative lost his life as well. So we have two casualties from law enforcement. Now, when I spoke with the operatives here earlier before I came live, they told me that 6 motorcycles launched an attack here at about 8 p.m. last night. And apparently, they had arrested a suspected cultist and kept him here. Now, these guys who launched this attack, according to the OSPAC operatives, opened fire on this building in an attempt to rescue their comrade. Now, these are bullet holes. These are bullet holes. They tell me that these are bullet holes. There's another one up there. And interestingly, Jeff, you can see blood. There are blood marks here on the ground. Blood marks on the ground. So one OSPAC operative has kicked the buckets, and another one is lying critical in the hospital as we speak. So when I interacted with them, they said they were armed. I mean, they have 2 rifles, but they don't have any bullets because according to them, the local government has not been financing them as they used to do before. As for the policemen, just behind here, the building you see, the yellow building you see there, is the local government. So the OSPAC building is directly behind or beside the Ahoada East Local Government Council Secretariat. You remember that video where the local government administrator was being beaten up? It happened here, right? So after the attackers were done here, they moved out and were engaged by the policemen in front of the local government headquarters gate. That was where Corporal Friday tragically lost his life, while Mr. Ngozi, a member of OSPAC, lost his own life here. So that's the situation here. You've already played the video of the Commissioner of Police citing up his men and charging them to stamp out cultism in this part of River State. Yeah.
Charles, you too be safe out there. We're going to touch base with you as much as possible because we know just yesterday we had that conversation about the local government administrator that was attacked, and the police have said they will invite them. They've invited them to say if they are not there, they will be declared wanted. And now this has just happened. Quite unfortunate that 2 people have to lose their life. But before I let you go, in just 30 seconds, what's the atmosphere like in Ahoada East?
When we came here, I mean, it's like the calm after the storm. It's like the calm after the storm, after the attack happens and everybody continues with their life the next day. Now, sorry, one more thing I must add here. If you recall, this was the same local government area where the DPO of Ahoada Division was gunned down. I don't know if you remember that incident. It happened 2 years ago. DPO back to Angbashim, and the CP had to come here, CP Polita Boy, to psych up the men. Now another CP is coming to psych up his men over the death of yet another policeman in the same local government. But generally, the atmosphere is calm. But security presence has been beefed up here because other divisions have had to send down their operatives here to support those who are already on ground. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Charles Oporum. Thank you for your reporting. And as I said, be safe out there. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good afternoon.
Out there. We hope this doesn't continue to happen. That's Ahoada East. Yes, Ahoada East local government. Quite a flashpoint at the moment, given what has played out. 2 dead already, according to our reporter, our correspondent, Charles Oporum. 1 policeman and a member of a vigilante, and now they are the manhunt. So who is responsible for this? Just yesterday or 2 days ago, the administrator of the local government was attacked. They said they are hoodlums. Some are saying are political stakeholders. What exactly is going on? We're still unclear. But let's leave Ahoada for a moment and head to Abuja, the nation's capital, where Brazil Vice President Geraldo Alckmin has arrived in Abuja for a strategic dialogue meeting. It has commenced with the arrival of him. The vice president has received him. That's the vice president of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima. So you can see the event already started. The event, which is holding at the State House Conference Center, is being attended by the federal and state government officials, including Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State, as well as others. A couple of memorandum of understanding will be signed. I will understand to about 30, and it cuts across different sectors. And this is called the Nigeria-Brazil Strategic Dialogue Mechanism, known as SDM. Our correspondent who is covering this event is right here joining us now, Emperor Simon. Emperor, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jeffrey, and welcome. So we're here at the banquet hall of the State House in Abuja, where the strategic dialogue in between Nigeria and Brazil is ongoing. This is one meeting that has long been awaited for because of its strategic importance for both Nigeria and Brazil. These 2 countries have had historical, engagement for a very long time. terms of their bilateral relations in the area of trade, in the area of culture sharing and all of that. As you know, there are Orisha worshippers in Brazil, which means that Nigeria and Brazil share distinct cultural relations. But this meeting today is all encompassing in terms of the areas that the two countries look forward to engaging or deepening their relations. Nigeria and Brazil are looking to, deepen collaboration in the area of energy, in the area of defense, in the area of health, agriculture, and so on. And just as you pointed out, at least 30 memoranda of understanding are expected to be, signed during this SBM meeting. So what has happened since morning is that, we've seen ministers from various ministries, giving their speeches and areas they would want to collaborate with Brazil. The Vice President of Nigeria, Mr. Shetima Kassim, has also given a speech and has, emphatically said that this is one meeting that is very important for Nigeria. The Brazilian Vice President, Mr. Geraldo has also pointed out the fact that Brazil is quite interested in this meeting.
Thank you so much. I'm sure we'll get greater detail as that meeting progresses. And these relationships are absolutely necessary, given our outlook and our relationship with BRICS nation. Thank you, Emperor, for your reporting. Well, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more on security. I'll be joined by former Speaker of the Borno State House of Assembly. We'll talk a bit of politics and insecurity as far as Nigeria and 2027 is concerned. Just join us in just a moment. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Let's talk security, where the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has identified hunger and poverty as serious social challenges that are largely responsible for the continuous national security threats being experienced in the country. General Musa was speaking in Abuja at the 14th National Security Seminar organized by the Alumni Association of the National Defense College. The Chief of Defense Staff, who was represented by the Chief of Defense Training at the Defense Headquarters, Rear Admiral Ibrahim Shetima, called for a unified national approach to combating hunger and poverty, in addition to timely reporting of suspicious movement. Other speakers as well made their input.
At the instance of the Alumni Association of the National Defense College, security experts converged for another brainstorming session on ways to combat the nation's security challenges. The conversation begins as participants underscore the need for sustained investment in education, economic empowerment, and social inclusion as critical non-kinetic responses to Nigeria's efforts at combating insecurity.
Chief Obafemi Awolowo of blessed memory, a prominent statesman, did emphasize that the children of the poor you failed to train will never let your children have peace. The same goes for hunger and poverty. Indeed, hunger and poverty renders a population vulnerable to negative vices and subversion by hostile organizations, with the attendant negative impact on national security.
The drivers of insecurity are identified and possible solutions proffered.
Insecurity is no longer defined solely by the presence of arms and ammunition, but is now also rooted in economic deprivation, food insecurity, social dislocation. Indeed, empowering the youth, enhancing livelihood, promoting tolerance, and encouraging private investment are critical blocks in constructing a secure and resilient nation.
The theme of this year's seminar
combating hunger and poverty for sustainable peace and development in Nigeria gives us the platform to examine an existential challenge that remains a catalyst for several security challenges in our dear nation.
On his part, the Minister of Defense advocates the need for human-centered security approaches capable of addressing the root causes of insecurity, including unemployment, poverty, and social exclusion.
The emphasis of this year's seminar on critical human security issues such as hunger and poverty aligns with the President's commitment to improving the lives of vulnerable Nigerians. His intervention through support for agricultural initiative, youth vocational training and provision of essential social services have directly impacted countless lives and contribute meaningfully to grassroots peace building.
The seminar with the theme Combating Hunger and Poverty for Sustainable Peace and Development in Nigeria was organized in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor and National Defense College.
22 suspects have been arrested in connection with the murder of 12 Kaduna Red indigents in neighboring Plateau State last Saturday. And that's according to the state governor, Ubasani. The victims were part of a 31-member group from Basawa community in Zaria, Kaduna State, traveling en route to Kwanpang, LGA for a wedding when they were attacked by hoodlums, drawing a lot of condemnation from across the country. Governor Sani, who visited some of the surviving victims at the hospital, says he is in touch with the governor of Plateau State, Caleb Muftuang, and the president to ensure that all those involved in the attack are brought to book.
When I came in here, my heart bleeds because this is really unfortunate and it's barbaric what really happened, because you can see these are innocent people that were traveling for a wedding. Unfortunately, the father of the groom and 12 others were murdered. And of course, you can see a lot of them here injured. They survived because the military intervened, because they were to be killed, all of them, by the people of Mangu local government. And of course, I must tell you that I spoke with the governor, and he assured me that all those that were involved will be brought to justice. I also spoke with Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I spoke with the National Security Advisor as well as General Christopher Musa. This barbaric situation must stop, because if you look at the constitution of this country, everyone has the right to travel wherever he wants to go within the country freely. Of course, these are people that were innocent. They were not going for anything other than attending a wedding ceremony of one of their family members who lived in Plateau State. And of course, they met their death, most of them. And like I said, this must stop. And I can assure you that it will never happen again, because I will try my best to ensure that justice is done.
All right, and away from issues around security, the president has reiterated his resolve to tackle food security. The occasion was the launch of the 2,000 tractors and other agricultural equipment to support mechanized farming. According to the president, the tractors and other equipment are expected to be deployed nationwide under the Renewed Hope Agricultural Mechanism Program. Our correspondent, Sarah Achimogo, has this report.
President Bola Tinubu is at the premises of the National Agricultural Seeds Council of Nigeria as part of his food security strategy. He is here to launch the distribution of tractors and equipment under the Renewed Hope Agenda program. He is received by some members of the Federal Executive Council, governors, chairman of the All Progressives Congress, development partners, and members of the diplomatic corps. The ministers of agriculture hint at the event's relevance to the provision of food security in the country.
What began as a bold policy directive has turned into tangible results, from early stage coordination to full-scale assembly and deployment. We are already here, launching tractors and equipment that will redefine Nigeria's agricultural landscape.
Some of the benefits of the launch of the over 2,000 tractors and other agricultural equipment include ensuring cultivation of 550,000 hectares of farmland, generating more than 2 million metric tons of staple food, creating over 16,000 jobs, and directly benefiting more than 550,000 farming households across all 6 geopolitical zones. The program is a bilateral project between Nigeria and Belarus.
Равенстве и взаимном уважении и доверии.
Agricultural mechanization is one of the examples of cooperation which proves unlimited potential of our relations based on sincere friendship, equality, mutual respect and trust.
In his remarks, President Bola Tinubu thanks the Belarusian government for the partnership, recognizing the role played by his friend and classmate from the University of Chicago.
Alex will be a successful businessman from Belarus to bring about a very successful collaboration and bilateral relationship that will promote economic prosperity and future of our 2 countries. Alex, thank you very much for everything. I believe our university will be very, very proud that we are doing this here today.
Describing the launch as a promise fulfilled, he enjoins other political parties to fulfill their campaign promises to the people.
This government recognizes that the agricultural productivity is synonymous with national stability and food sovereignty. The ability to nourish our population forms the bedrock of a prosperous nation. Our ambition extends beyond mere self-sufficiency. We envision Nigeria as a global agricultural powerhouse, supplying quality produce to international markets while ensuring every citizen has access to affordable nutrition food.
After the speeches, the president cuts the tape to mark the launch of the equipment. In the next few days, these tractors and machineries will be deployed to the states and the FCT to boost food production. The federal government plans to put in place a monitoring and evaluation system to ensure efficient distribution and use of the equipment. The federal government plans to put in place a monitoring and evaluation system to ensure efficient distribution and use of the equipment. Sarah Chimugu, Channels Television News.
And just before we go, the Commander 6th Brigade, Nigerian Army Sector 3 Operational War-Stroke Brigadier General Kingsley Uwan has facilitated the signing of a peace pact between feuding tribes of Tiv and Fulani in Gasol local government area of Taraba State. The peace pact signed is part of an ongoing effort to foster peaceful coexistence among diverse communities in the state, which also highlights the importance of non-kinetic measures employed to resolving communal conflicts. The meeting held at the 6th Brigade Headquarters Conference Room in Jalingo alongside traditional leaders, community elders and other critical stakeholders to deliberate on sustainable paths to peace follows escalating tensions and unresolved communal disputes between the Tiv and the Fulani ethnic groups. Peace is the way to go, and that's it on the program. Thank you for your time and company. I'm Jeffrey Ozanga. You've been served on Lunchtime Politics. Bye-bye.